big fight going down in Hamilton with Three Lions Promotion, none other than Ryan Rodzicki facing Alante Green. Big fight, gentlemen. I've got a couple things to ask you before we get started. I just want to point out that this will be for a cruiserweight title, the North American Boxing Federation title, the NABF title. Um, both of you guys have had a very similar ascension in the cruiserweights, and I guess for changing weight divisions as well. Both of you started off in 2016. Both of you would be undefeated had you not stepped up and gone up in weight and taken opposition in a different weight class. Both times, both of you stepped up to a big opportunity on a major stage. And unfortunately, both of you, same situation. Now we're back at cruiserweight for both of you. You've put together a couple wins, same thing for both of you. My question to you, and we'll start with Mr. Green. My question is this: what sets you apart from Ryan Rodzicki?
Oh man, a tough opponent, tough opposition for him, my feet work, power, the speed. I got a lot of different little tricks up my sleeve, but mainly the power and the speed and the feet work.
All right. So, Ryan, I got to kick you the same question. What sets you apart from Mr. Green?
I'll give him all the credit for those things. Um, he's I would consider him probably a better technical boxer. He has really good short punches, but I would say what separates us. Mm, I mean, it's hard to say till you get in there, but I mean, I know I'm willing to die to win. That's all I can say, and I'm probably the hardest puncher in the cruiserweight division right now, and that's facts. But a lot of people don't know that yet, but they're gonna know soon.
Well, that's the thing with our sport. It's something not to be taken lightly. People may say they're willing to die for things, but this is a sport where it's a legitimately true thing. Um, I got to point out, you know, for those that don't know, Alante, you stepped up. You went on to a Showtime fight. You went and faced a Dominican guy that was undefeated. People were talking about him like he was the next up and coming heavyweight. You're not a heavyweight. You stepped up to that challenge. What do you feel you learned from that moment?
Um, Really, like I was telling uh, Ryan, I actually tore my rotator cuff in that fight, but he George Ari is definitely he was different. He was a tough. He moved. He was an awkward dude who liked to move a lot. So just him and himself, that was just a little lesson because he was a different type of opponent. But that was the main guy. I learned how I was able to what's the word persevere through like that injury and finish the fight.
So, oddly enough, similar thing for you, right? When you stepped up to the Bridgerweight division, fighting for that first time ever belt against Oscar Rivas, world title on the line. People finally starting to get to see you on the world stage. Didn't go your way, but what do you feel that brought out of you, or do you feel you've been changed by it?
Well, what was important to me about that fight was probably I proved that because a lot of people don't know, they don't realize I'm not a bridgeweight, I'm not a heavyweight or a cruiserweight. I'm really a light heavyweight. I walk around. If I get on a scale right now, I'm about 190, probably about 198 today. But when like I got to eat so much to even stay at this weight. Like if I ate a diet like most cruiserweights, I'd probably be 185 pounds. Like I'm not that big. So what I proved was what Jack Dempsey did against Jess Willard, July 4th, 1919. I did it again. I proved that size doesn't matter, and that it's all about what you got inside in the ring.
Okay, Latte. So let me ask you this. As you can tell, Ryan's a bit of an aficionado. He knows his stuff when it comes to boxing history. Stylistically, how do you see this fight going down?
just really just me using my reach, and, making sure I take advantage of it. I see he's kind of a come forward, um, what do you square flat footed fighter. So just taking advantage of that.
All right, Ryan, same question.
And I see
Stylistically,
it maybe.
oh, go
I was
ahead.
about
I'm
to say I
sorry.
see it, with my reach and my power, and like he's a smaller guy. I see it going out of knockout.
Okay, Ryan.
Hey, it's boxing. Maybe he's right.
Well, there's a sense that your lack of fear, or maybe the understanding of the fear of the sport, is what I'm picking up on, because it is a dangerous fight for you, Ryan. The I think the only criticism you've had in the past, you've had some tough fights, and in those tough fights, you borne your critics in those tough fights. Um, you're maybe the most critical of yourself, I find, but overall, what could you say critically that at Alante Green, you could maybe capitalize on, or things that you think are going to be beneficial to the fight?
Um, I can't give away game plans, but like if I'm being totally like I watch him fight and like see what I do when I'm getting ready for a fight, especially one of this caliber. I kind of like look at everything he does real well. So I'm putting this guy on a pedestal right now. Like I don't know anything about him, like as far as we've never shared the ring, but to me he's hits as hard as Rivas and he moves as Peralta. So if I combine those two opponents that I've faced, in my opinion, nobody hits harder than Rivas. He knocked out Ryan Jennings. He dropped Dillian White. He's annihilated heavyweights. And the fact that he couldn't put me down, and I'm 100, and I'm really a light heavyweight, you got to think about that. That's like Joe Smith Jr. fighting Anthony Joshua. Think to put that into perspective. Imagine Joe Smith Jr. walking him down and then retiring him. Like, people don't realize until I get in there with them. Like, I got a big head for a smaller cruiserweight. I'm like a cruiserweight Jake LaMotta. But hey, but this is boxing, and Alante got really. I kind of see him as like an old school fighter. When I watched him, I kind of saw a bit of like an Ezzard Charles to him. So there's someone he can watch. If he likes his boxing history, he kind of reminds me of that style of an Ezzard Charles. So I'm excited to look forward. Like I'm excited for this fight to face a guy with an old school style. He knows how to throw short punches. You know, everything is tight, short, and that's what you want in an old school boxer. So yeah, I'm excited.
The fans in Hamilton are in for a real good one. This is a high caliber matchup. Alante, I've got just one more question for you. For all intensive purposes, you're technically defending the title that's on the line right now, because you've held it before, and
Hmm.
you also held the IBF USBA, I believe. But you've accomplished a little bit in this sport. You've been able to put your 12th, now your 13th fight in as a professional. You started in 2016. Ryan, on the other hand, compared to you, has been able to put down 19 fights. Um, the inactivity, but the capabilities of capitalizing, getting those big moments, securing those minor titles like you have in the past. Um, what makes you want to come to Hamilton? You were on the big stage a little while ago. I'm sure the fans didn't forget about you. You did go the distance with the guy that people were talking about like he was a big killer. And you could have stayed home, and you could have maybe shopped around and fight for yourself around there. What brings you to Hamilton? Is it the challenge?
Um, yeah, I would say Ryan Rozicki. Like they put him. They told me about him to fight for this title, and it was a better opportunity than other fight that I had. So I'm like, yeah, I want that fight. Go take this belt back. and get ready to move on to my cruiserweight. On my way to being a world champ.
It's an interesting fight, but you've never been out of the country. Now I know Canada is not,
Oh no,
you
yeah,
know, it's not Saudi Arabia.
yeah.
You're not
It's
traveling
around
for
the
18
it's
hours.
around the corner. I think I
But
want to say like 4.5 hours, but yeah, it's definitely that's another reason. Like another reason I took this fight too is in Ontario, so I get to go out the country doing something I love to do.
Ryan, any last words for your opponent?
He seems like a really nice guy. So like, I got nothing bad to say about him. I really like his style, and I look forward to fighting him at his best and all the best. Like have the best camp, and may the best man win at the end of the day. But just you got to kill me to beat me.
Mr.
Uh,
Green, same to
I'm gonna
you.
say that. Oh man, yeah, it's gonna be an explosive fight. Like I said, I plan on uh, taking the win and winning in knockout style. So you know, Ryan better be ready.
Hey,
Well,
I'm always ready to get knocked out. It don't bother me none. Not it hasn't yet. It hasn't happened yet, but like I'm a bit of a boxing historian, and Jack Dempsey got knocked out early in his career. Then he came back and became heavyweight champ of the world. So I still have to get knocked out at some point. So whatever, if it happens, it happens.
I'll be happy to give you that first one.
I'll
well,
shake your
I
hand if
don't
you
know
can
how
do it.
happy the fans will be.
It don't matter.
Big
Boxing fans love knockouts, so they gonna be real happy.
Well, the odds are in both of your favors. You're two big, heavy punching boxers. Uh, as far as the fans are going to be concerned, the ones tuning in on the live stream or watching in attendance live, which I strongly recommend for this one, um, it's going to be a very impactful, powerful fight. I wish both of you nothing but the best. I know what the sport's like. I don't talk about luck. Um, I appreciate your time, gentlemen, and we'll let you go with that.
You know?
All right,
All
thanks,
right.
Jimmy. Anyway,
I didn't get
have a
any
good one, fella.
notes or anything from anyone, so I hope that was good enough for everybody.
Yeah,
Is
I
there
think that
anything you
sounds
guys
good.
would want me to cover? Is there anything you feel like I left out? So don't be shy, because we're
No,
still
I'm pretty.
rolling technically.
You covered it all pretty much. Just I hope the fans come out and enjoy this fight September 30th.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right,